Hi everybody, today we are going to learn about fractions. So I want to welcome you to this math class. We have seen a little bit of fractions earlier. Today we are going to continue learning a little more. And this chapter is called Fractions 2. You can find it in your all-in-one book. What we are going to learn today is multiplication and division of fractions. So I hope you have your textbook with you, you have a practice book and a pencil or a pen, and you're ready to start. Alright, let's get started.
So let's start with multiplication of fractions. We know the formula for multiplication of two or more fractions. That is, product of two or more fractions is equal to product of the numerators by product of the denominators. Let's take a couple of examples to understand this better. First one. Let's do 7 1 by 2 into 5 by 3. As you can see, you have two mixed fractions. How do we multiply these two mixed fractions? So the first step is obviously to change this into an improper fraction. 7 2s are 14, 14 plus 1 is 15 by 2 into 5 3s are 15, 15 plus 1 is 16, 16 by 3. Once you have changed the mixed fraction into an improper fraction, now you are ready to cancel any numerator or any denominator if they have a common factor. Remember, cancellation of any numerator can be done with any denominator if they have a common factor. Let's see. As you can see, we have 16 and 2. The common factor of 16 and 2 is 2. That's right. So we can do the cancellation. 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16. You can also see that 15 and 3, they also have a common factor of 3. So we can divide both by 3. So 3 5s are 15, 3 1s are 3. Now there are no other common factors. So let's just multiply the numerators. It is 5 into 8 divided by denominator is 1 into 1. That is 40 by 1, which is 40. That's your answer. Remember this step. This step is very important because if you can find out any common factor and then cancel the numerator and denominator with that common factor, the problem becomes easier to solve. Let's take another example. 1 1 by 2 into 2 2 by 4 into 3 1 by 3. As you can see, we have three mixed fractions. How do we multiply these? First step, let's convert it into an improper fraction. How do we do that? 2 1s are 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 by 2 into 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 2 10 by 4 into 3 3s are 9, 9 plus 1 10 by 3. Alright. Now, can you see if there are any common factors between the numerator and denominator? As you can see, we have 3 here, 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3. Anything else? Yes, we have 2 and 10. So, the common factor is 2. Let's divide both 10 and 2 with 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10. Anything else? We have 4 here and we have 10 here. Again, 2 is the common factor. So, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. That's it. Once we have done that, now we have to just take the product of numerators and product of denominators. So it is 1 into 5 into 5, that's your numerator, and 1 into 2 into 1 is your denominator. This will give you 25 by 2. Alright. If you have to simplify this, 2 25, 2 1s are 2, 0 5, 2 2s are 4, 1. Alright. So your mixed fraction will become 12 1 by 2. This is your simplest form. How did I do that? This 12 becomes your whole number part. This is your whole number part. You've seen this earlier. I'm just reminding you once again. Whole number part. This is your numerator and this is your denominator. Alright. So the mixed fraction will have your whole number part and the fractional part with the numerator and the denominator. So that's how you can do multiplication of fractions.
Now let's look at some of the properties of multiplication. Here's the first property. The product of a fraction and 0 is always 0. That means a by b into 0 is 0 or 0 into a by b is 0. Here's the second property. The product of a fraction and 1 is the fraction itself. That means a by b into 1 is a by b. The third property. The product of a fraction and its reciprocal is 1. That's right. A by b into b by a is 1.
Now let's look at division. Remember, when you have to do divisions of fractions, the first thing is to change the division to multiplication. That's what you do first, and then the second fraction is written as its reciprocal. These are the two steps. Let's take an example so that you'll understand this better. 24 divided by 4 by 3. How do we do that? First step, change the division into multiplication. That's your first step. Alright. And then change the fraction into its reciprocal. That is 4 by 3's reciprocal is 3 by 4. Alright. Once you do that, it's a matter of regular multiplication. Now how do we do that? This is 24 is 24 by 1. 24 and 4 has 4 as its common factor. 4 ones are 4, 4 6 are 24. Therefore, it is 6 into 3 divided by 1 into 1, which is 18 by 1, which is 18. Right? Remember, the reciprocal, we have learned this earlier, reciprocal of 4 by 3 is 3 by 4. Reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2 by 1. Okay? That is how we changed 4 by 3 into 3 by 4. So the first step is to change division into multiplication, and the second step is to write the reciprocal. Once you do that, you can do the regular multiplication of fractions. Here's another example. 7 1 by 3 divided by 2 1 by 6. Here, since there are two mixed fractions, we'll have to first change it into an improper fraction. 7 3s are 21, 21 plus 1, 22 by 3 divided by 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 1, 13 by 6. Now let's change the division into multiplication and take the reciprocal of 13 by 6, which is 6 by 13. Alright. Can you see if there are any common factors between any numerator and denominator? That's right. 6 and 3 has 3 as its common factor. 3 2s are 3 1s are. That's it. Now take the product of numerators. 22 into 2 divided by product of denominators. 1 into 13, which will give you 44 divided by 44 by 13. And if you have to write it in its simplest form, 13 44, 13 3s are is 39. 44 minus 39 is 5. So that becomes, quotient is your 3, which is your whole number part, and then 5 by 30. Alright, this is your numerator and this is your denominator. So this is how you can do division of fractions.
Now let's look at some of the properties of division of fractions. Here's the first property. 0 divided by any fraction, the answer is 0. That means 0 divided by b by a is equal to 0. The second property, a by b divided by 1 is a by b. That means a fraction divided by 1, the answer is the fraction itself. You can take any example. 2 by 3 divided by 1 is 2 by 3. 3 1 by 2 divided by 1 is 3 1 by 2. The third property, a fraction divided by itself, the answer is 1. That means a by b divided by a by b is 1. Take an example. 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2 is 1.
Now let's take an example of simplification where we have division and multiplication in one problem. Alright, so let's take an example. Simplify 12 1 by 2 divided by 3 1 by 4 into 2 1 by 2. As you can see, we have a combination of division and multiplication. How do we do this? So the first step is always to change the mixed fraction to improper fraction. So let's do that. 12 2s are 24, 24 plus 1 25 by 2 divided by 3 4s are 12, 12 plus 1 13 by 4 into 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1 5 by 2. Now the second step is to change the division to multiplication and also take the reciprocal of the second fraction. So let's do that. 25 by 2. Now this division is changed into multiplication and 13 by 4 is your second fraction. You need to take the reciprocal of that. That becomes 4 by 13 and keep 5 by 2 as it is. Now you can see it is a regular multiplication of fraction problems. How do we do that? Let's look for any common factors. 2 and 4, 2 1s are, 2 2s are, 2 is a common factor. That's right. Again we have 2 1s are, 2 1s are. Alright. Now we don't have any other common factors, so we can go ahead and multiply the numerators and denominators. 25 into 1 into 5 divided by 1 into 13 into 1. 25 into 5 is 125 divided by 13. Let's take another example of simplification. 4 1 by 2 into 2 2 by 3 divided by 1 1 by 4. As you can see, there is a combination of multiplication and division. So let's first change the mixed fraction into improper fraction. 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 1 9, 9 by 2 into 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8 by 3 divided by 4 1s are 4 plus 1 5 by 4. Now that we are done with that, we have to 9 by 2 into 8 by 3 change the division into multiplication and take the reciprocal of 5 by 4, which becomes 4 by 5. Alright. 2 and 4, 2 is a common factor, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. And we have 3 and 9, 3 is the common factor, 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. I think that's about it. Yes. So multiply the numerators, 3 into 8 into 2 divided by product of denominators, 1 into 1 into 5. That becomes 48 by 5. And if you do the division, 5 48, 5 9s are 45, 3. So this is 9 3 by 5 is your simplest form, and that's the answer. Now let's look at simplification using BODMAS. As we have already studied, remember, in a problem, if we have brackets, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction, then how do we do that? There is an order we use to solve that problem, and that order is BODMAS. That means that is the order in which you solve the problem. So first you have to solve the B, that is brackets, and then you do the off, and then you do the division D, then you do the M, multiplication, then you do the addition A, and then you do the subtraction, that is S. Let's take a couple of examples that will help you understand how to simplify using BODMAS principle. Let's look at this question. Simplify 5 1 by 2 of 2 by 3 minus 3 by 5 plus 1 by 2 divided by 5 by 11. As you can see, you have so many operators here. You have off, you have brackets, you have subtraction, minus, then you have addition, plus, then you have division as well. How do we solve a question like this? So step 1 is to always change the mixed fractions to improper fractions. Alright, step 1 you do that, and also solve the brackets. That's right, B, BODMAS is brackets. So solve the brackets, that is this, and keep everything else as they are. Alright, So let's do that. 5 1 by 2, 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 1 is 11 by 2 of, let's solve the brackets. How do we do this? 2 by 3 minus 3 by 5. So it's a subtraction. We take the LCM, which is 15, and then multiply the numerator with 5, because denominator has to be multiplied with 5. 3 5s is 15, so this also has to be multiplied with 5. So 2 5s are 10. 5 has to be multiplied with 3, therefore multiply 3 with 3 becomes 9. Alright, keep everything as it is. Plus 1 by 2 divided by 5 by 11. So this is your first step, where you change it into mixed fraction and you solved what is inside the brackets. Now, what is step 2? Step 2 is to solve off. Remember, in BoardMath, O stands for off. Off stands for multiplication. So we solve this. Alright, so we do this. 11 by 2 into 1 by 15. Alright, this becomes 1 by 15. Keep everything else as it is. 1 by 2 divided by 5 by 11. So if you have to solve this, it becomes 11 into 1 is 11 by 15 into 2 is 30. Alright, we did that. 11 by 30, and keep everything else as it is. Plus 1 by 2 divided by 5 by 11. As you can see, it's simplified further. Alright, so we are done with B and we are done with O. What's the next thing we have to do? D, division. That's right. So let's solve division. That is this part. Okay, 11 by 30 plus, how do we do division? 1 by 2, change the division into multiplication and take the reciprocal of 5 by 11, that is 11 by 5. That becomes 11 by 30 plus 11 by 10. Excellent. Alright, now all that is left for you to do is to do the addition. Alright, so 30 and 10, we know that the LCM is 30. So 30 into 1, so 11 into 1 is 11 plus 10 into 3 is 30, so multiply the numerator with 3, this is 33, and that gives you 44 by 30. Alright, 44 by 30 can be further simplified. You have 2 as its common factor, so divide numerator and denominator with 2. Alright, so that becomes 22 divided by 15, and this can be simplified to a mixed fraction. 15, 22 will be 15 ones are 15 and 7. So that becomes 1 7 by 15, and that is your answer. Let's quickly do another simplification problem to help you understand this BoardMath principle better. Here's the question. Simplify 2 by 3 plus 4 by 9 of 3 by 5 divided by 1 2 by 3 into 1 1 by 4 minus 1 by 3. Look at all the different operators you have. Alright, so what's step 1? Do you remember? That's right. Change mixed fractions to improper fractions and then solve B, brackets. Alright, so that's, we're going to solve this. Alright, so how do we do that? 3 and 9, the LCM is 9. So 3 3s are 9, 2 3s are 6, 9 1s are, multiply 4 with 1 is 4. Keep everything else as it is. 3 by 5 divided by, this is a mixed fraction, so change it into an improper fraction. That becomes 5 by 3 into 5 by 4 minus 1 by 3. Alright, so 6 plus 4 by 9 is 10 by 9 of 3 by 5 divided by 5 by 3 into 5 by 4 minus 1 by 3. Have you observed we are not solving any other part of the problem? We only did the brackets. Alright, so once we are done with that, let's go to the step 2 where you solve off. O, that's off. Off is multiplication. So let's do that. 10 by 9 into 3 by 5 divided by 5 by 3 into 5 by 4 minus 1 by 3. Everything else is kept as it is. So 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9, 3 is a common factor. 10 and 5, you have 5 as a common factor, 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. Therefore, this becomes 2 by 3 divided by 5 by 3 into 5 by 4 minus 1 by 3. So we are done with B brackets and we are done with O of. What comes next? D, that's right, division. So let's solve that. 2 by 3, how do we solve division? Becomes multiplication and take the reciprocal of 5 by 3, that is 3 by 5 into 5 by 4 minus 1 by 3. Alright? So we are done with division. What's the next step? Solve the multiplication, that is M. Very good. How do we do that? 2 by 3 into 3 by 5 into 5 by 4. Can you see if there are any common factors? 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are very good. 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5. 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3. And this is simplified into product of numerators is 1, product of denominators is 1 into 1 into 2, which is 2. 1 by 3. Alright. All that is left is for you to solve the minus, that is subtraction. So how do we do that? Take the LCM, 6, 2 threes are, 1 threes are 3 minus 3 twos are 2, 3 minus 2 by 6 is 1 by 6. That is your answer. Alright, now let's look at solving a couple of word problems. Here's your first one. Subha had 12 rupees. She spent 8 rupees and saved the rest. Calculate, number 1, the fraction she spent. Number 2, the fraction she saved. How do we do this? First, let's calculate the fraction she spent. So, fraction of money spent. How do we do this? Fraction of money spent will always be the total amount of money spent, that is amount spent divided by total amount. Very good. The total amount. Okay. So amount spent is given as 8 rupees and the total amount is given as 12 rupees. So if you can simplify this, you can see that it's 4 is the HCF. So you might divide numerator and denominator with 4. You get the answer as 2 by 3. And this is the fraction of money spent. Now they've also asked you to find the fraction she saved. How do we do that? Fraction of money saved. Can you tell me how do we do this? What comes as a numerator? That's right, amount saved. And what is in the denominator? The total amount. Excellent. Now amount saved is not given, but can you find out amount saved? If 8 rupees is spent from a total amount of 12 rupees, how much is saved? That's right, saved amount will be total, that is 12, minus, remove the amount that is spent, that is 8 rupees. So that will become 4 rupees. That is the amount saved. Now, fraction saved will be we are using this formula. Amount saved divided by total amount. Amount saved, we got it as 4 rupees and the total amount is 12 rupees. And 4 is the HCF, divided by 4, that becomes 1 by 3. Alright. So for the first answer, that is a fraction she spent is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is spent. And fraction she saved is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is saved. This is how you can do these kind of word problems. Here's the second question. Ritu earned 15,000 rupees in January. She spent 2 by 5 of it on food, 1 by 4 of it on transport and saved the rest. How much did she save? Alright, let's write down what is given. What is the amount earned? How much did Ritu earn in January? It's given as 15,000 rupees. Alright, now how much did she spend on food? Amount spent on food. The amount is not given, but it's written mentioned as 2 by 5 of it is she spent it on food. That means 2 by 5 of the total amount, 15,000. Okay, we know that of is multiplication, so we just have to do 2 by 5 into 15,000, and that becomes 3,000. That becomes 6,000. So 6,000 rupees is what she spent on food. Okay, but that's not what they asked you. We have to do a little more. What did she spend on transport? Amount spent on transport. Again, they've given the fraction. How much did she spend? 1 by 4 of the total amount. So it's 1 by 4 of 15,000. Excellent. Let's do it. 1 by 4 into 15,000. So that becomes 4 3s are 12, 3 4 7s are 28, 3750. That becomes 3750 rupees is the amount she spent on transport. All right. Now we can calculate the total amount spent. Okay, total amount spent will be amount she spent on food, that is 6,000 rupees, plus amount she spent on transport, that is 3,750. Remember, we got 6,000 and 3,750. So if you do the addition, you get it as 9,750 rupees is the total amount she spent. Now, what is the question that they asked in this problem? They asked us how much did she save? Therefore, amount to be saved. What is the amount left that is to be saved? How do we do that? That is total amount she earned. This is the amount she earned minus total amount spent. Exactly. So saved will be total amount she earned minus total amount spent. So what's the total amount she earned? 15,000 minus what is the total amount she spent? We got it as 9,750. Great. If you do the subtraction, you will get it as 5,250 rupees, and this is the total amount Ritu saved. Here's your third question. A rope 20 meters long was cut into 5 pieces. The length of 4 of them are 2 1 by 2 meters, 4 1 by 3 meters, 2 3 by 4 meters, and 6 1 by 4 meters. Here's the question. Find the length of the 5th piece. Okay, so let's write the total length of the rope. Total length will be, what did they say? 20 meters, and this 20 meters rope is cut into 5 pieces. Okay, and they've given the length of 4 pieces. So let's find the length of 4 pieces. What is the length of 4 pieces together? So the first piece, they said the length is 2 1 by 2 meters. The second piece is 4 1 by 3 meters. The third piece is 2 3 by 4 meters, and the fourth piece is 6 1 by 4 meters. So all I'm doing is adding up all the lengths together. Once you do this, it's a regular addition of fraction problem. So change it into improper fraction. 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1 is 5 by 2, plus 4 3s are 12, 12 plus 1 is 13 by 3, plus 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 3 is 11 by 4, plus 6 4s are 24, 24 plus 1 is 25 by 4. Now we have changed them into improper fractions. Now you have to just take the LCM of the denominators. 2, 3, 4, 4. LCM is 12, and now multiply 2 into 6. So this becomes 5 into 6, that is 30, plus 3 into 4 is 12. Multiply 13 with 4, that becomes 52, plus 4 3s are 11 3s are 33, plus 4 3s are 25 3s is 75. 30 plus 52 plus 33 plus 75 will give you 190 by 12 meters. This is the length of 4 pieces. Alright. But what they are asking you to find out is the length of 5th piece. Therefore, what is the length of 5th piece? Any idea how we can do that? That's right. What is the total length? From the total length, you just have to remove the length of the 4 pieces. Length of 4 pieces. From the total length, if you remove the length of 4 pieces, you will get the length of the 5th piece. So how do we do that? Total length is 20, and we got the total length of 4 pieces as 190 by 12. So we do 20 minus 190 by 12. Remember, this is what we got it. Okay, so 20 is same thing as 20 by 1, and the LCM is 12. So 1 into 12, 20 into 12 is 240, minus 12 into 1, 190 into 1 is 190. 240 minus 190 is 50. 50 by 12. If you have to write it as a mixed fraction, you get it as 4 2 by 12. This can be further simplified to 4 1 by 6 divided by 2. Okay, therefore the length of 5th piece, what is the length? 4 1 by 6, and what do you write the units? Meters. That's your answer. Here's the 4th question. If the weight of one bag of rice is 43 2 by 5 kg, find the weight of 5 such bags. So what have they given the weight of one bag as? Weight of one bag, they said it is 43 2 by 5 kgs. Therefore, they are asking us to find the weight of 5 such bags. Therefore, weight of 5 bags. What is it? That is 43 2 by 5 into 5. That's right. You just have to add 43 2 by 5 times. Repeated addition is multiplication. So 43 2 by 5 will be 43 into 5 plus 2 will give you 217 divided by 5 into 5 by 1. Okay, 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, that's 217. Therefore, weight of 5 bags is what? 217 kgs. That's right. Here's the 5th question. If the cost of 6 shirts is 646 rupees 4 by 5, find the cost of one shirt. Okay, they've given the cost of 6 shirts. How much did they give the cost as? Rupees 646 4 by 5. Now they're asking you to find the cost of one shirt. Therefore, cost of one shirt. Can you guess how to do it? That's right. You have to do the division. 646, that is from the total cost of 6 shirts, you have to divide with 6. Alright. Then this becomes a regular division of fractions problem. How do we do that? First change this into a improper fraction. That becomes 646 into 5 plus 4 is 3234. You can work it out in your book. Divided by 5 divided by 6. Alright. So 3234 divided by 5. Division can be changed into multiplication and take the reciprocal of 6, which is 1 by 6. Okay. This becomes, if you do this, 6 ones are 6, 539 Xi is 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. That becomes 539 divided by 5. If you do it as a mixed fraction, it will become 107 4 by 5. Okay. Now, for 4 by 5 can also be written as 107.80. Okay. Therefore, cost of one shirt is rupees 107.80. This is how you can do a word problem on division. Okay, they've given you the cost of 6, and if they ask you to find the cost of 1, remember you are reducing it. Repeated subtraction is nothing but division.
Alright, that brings us to the close of this chapter. I hope you understood how to do multiplication and division of fractions, and you also learned a little bit about the properties of multiplication and division of fractions. Now, please take time to practice all the practice questions given in your textbook. This will help you understand and remember everything that you have learned in this video. Have a great day. See you soon.